Welcome to episode 17 of a Poem a Day series that we do on Tuesdays. We'll read some poems, say what's up. So, yeah. I'm just gonna make this short because I'm tired. Today we're going to be reading from I don't understand why it's doing that. You can't even see anything. Anyway, don't forget to play some playlists. Check out our shorts. Check out the playlist of the Poem a Day series. Anyway, just go normal. Goodness gracious. Well, boo, boo, boo. All right. Hey, got 2 thumbs up. Top like. All right. So we're reading from this book that I bought online, and it was from a library in Tamarack, Tam, Tacoma, Tacoma, Tacoma Park, Maryland, Public Library, property of, and it copyrights 1945, and the library back here where they have the little thing says 66 and 71. So it's the poems of Franz Werfel. And it was translated by, let's see, Edith Abercrombie Snow. And she dedicates it to her parent. This translation is dedicated to my parents, Daniel Webster Abercrombie and Emily Brainerd Abercrombie. So, and this is it's got the poems, and then there's as the I think you can see it as the German and then the English. Of course, I don't know German, so we're going to read the English. The first one, Wayfarer kneels. Only grant that I may weep, that I be dissolved by feeling, that I like a limpid water trickle over all thy ledges, and through all thy meadows ripple, dearest earth. The noble radiant man. My friends who entertain themselves with me, though often out of sorts, grow bright and gay, when in my radiant countenance they stray, ennobled figures roaming happily. Ah, dignity can never suit my face, and gravity and calm will not suffice. For myriad smiles in flights renewed will rise, unfurl their wings about its heavenly grace. I am a Caruso in a sunny town, a summer fete with lawns where women glide. My eye is dazed by too much brilliancy. Upon the twilight grass I will sit down, and with the earth into the evening ride. On earth, O evening, joy, O in the world to be. For I have done a good and kindly deed. O heart, rejoice! I have done a good and kindly deed. Now I'm no longer lonely. Someone lives. There lives a man whose eyes grow moist when he thinks of me. Heart, rejoice! There lives a man. No more, no more am I alone. For I have done a good and kindly deed. Rejoice, O heart! The sighing days have now come to an end. I will do 1,000 kindly deeds. I feel already how everything loves me, for I love everything. I pour out joy of understanding. Thou, my last, my very sweetest, clearest, purest, most ingenuous feeling, kindliness. I will do 1,000 kindly deeds. Sweetest gratification falls to my lot. Thankfulness of the world. Inanimate objects cast themselves into my arms, inanimate objects which I, in some exuberant hour, caressed like honest animals. My old desk creaks. I know it would like to embrace me. The piano tries to play my favorite piece mysteriously and awkwardly. The jangling strings all sound together. The book I am reading opens itself alone, for I have done a good and kindly deed. Sometime, through nature's greenness, I will wander, and there the trees and climbing plants will follow me. The herbs and flowers overtake me. I am hemmed in by outstretching roots. Tender branches fetter me fast. Leaves trickle over me, soft as a tenuous, shivering waterfall. Many hands reach out toward me. Many cool green hands completely ennested. In love and loneliness I stand imprisoned, for I have done a good and kindly deed. I am full of joy and kindness, and no more lonely. No, no more lonely. Rejoice, O my heart. Your sweet ways enraptured me to death, while I, by my being, I was charmed to tears, and I, through you, in space soared far away. Ah, thanks. As your sweet ways enraptured me to death, while by your being I was charmed to tears, and I, through you in space, soared far away. Did not unhappy people live that day? Millions oppressed and wretched all their years, as your sweet ways enraptured me to death. The earth was noisy, workers round us trod, and there were wastes and folk unwarned of God. Men lived and died unblessed in their last breath. As you inspired me till my senses whirled, there were so many who in darkness fretted, crouched over desks and before boilers sweated. I hear on street and stream their gasping yet. If there's a balance in this life and world, in what way will I have to pay this debt? Meeting glance. A glance. A greeting. Longing. Blending. A recounter from some pre-world shore. The street is teeming. Fate is at its prime. A passionate quick from each other rendering. Turn around. A faint. There's time. Still time. And now, no more. Despair. The night drew in. Tomorrow day will dawn, we think. Then wagons roll again, and at the doors the bells will ring. There my mother sits. Her features are not mine. She talks and talks at me. Strange nothings fill my mind. Thank you. I appreciate it. My sister laughs aloud. To hate her would be easy. A vulgar word already sees in my emptiness. For I am thus shut in, and all cries out for love. I, too, cry out for love, and yet for no one care. A song of life, that once this life was really mine, that in it stood those pines against the sky, and river banks meandering, slumbering by, that in the woods I screamed, how strange to find that once this life was really mine. Where river banks meandered, slumbering by, what bore the stream with reed and cloud away? Where am I? And I hear until today the rowboats landing with a laughing cry. Where river banks meandered, slumbering by, where am I? And I hear until today the carriage wheels that deep in pebbles whir, and lantern whisperings, chestnut tree astir. There were just here, they were just here, and words, where do they stray? Where am I? And I hear until today the lantern whisperings, chestnut tree astir, trees astir. They were just here, and crowds in candle shine. The step, the hair, I feel that they were mine. Eternity, will this same sense recur, that once this life was really mine? Well, guess I should look at the comments. Oh, no more comments. Well, should I read some more or call it good? Supreme kinship. Never, never forget when, gay, you pass your time with laughter and jest, that still, at the last, every life ends in woe, that laboring painfully everyone dies, more than by kinship of words and of work. We are all bound by the last dying look, more bound by the tie of the very last bed, and the grief and the night when the beating heart stops, although you bow at the mighty one's tread, although you shiver at the sweet approach, although you stare in the foe's steely eye, kneel before his unattainable form, foresee, oh foresee, the expiring glance, the struggle for breath, the parched, thirsty mouth, the hand tightly clenched, the last loneliness, and the brow that grows humid with anguish and sweat, and that to you is due what to each one is due, and you are akin to all last days of life. You are not deprived of pain's nobleness, for because you exist, you are equal. Be proud. Never forget. Feel deeply how much your face is imbued with mildness and love. For mildness is wisdom, and tenderness sense. Therefore, a magic is granted your lips. Well, we'll save some more for another day. Those were poems by Franz Werfel. It's Werfel, but in German the W's are V, so I'm pronouncing it Werfel. And again, I think I bought this online, like on Amazon or eBay. And it was a used book. It's got stamps throughout the thing, but front here it's got property of public library 13350, Tacoma Park, Maryland. It was published in 1945. It was translated by Edith Abercrombie Snow, and she dedicates this translation to her parents, Daniel Webster Abercrombie and Emily Brainerd Abercrombie. So, please check out some playlists. Play the Poem a Day series. This is episode 17. And play some shorts. I got some short playlists. Play those. Appreciate it. And have a good day. Peace out, everybody. Happy Tuesday.